back with another video. Tommy G on the block with Pimps and Prostitutes. See what's good with this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're in Phoenix,
bad,
Arizona,
man.
on the blade, speaking with
I
Pimps
took
and
a break from my
Prostitutes,
birthday,
getting an inside look at their life and how it is on these streets.
So where you at?
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement
How
to
the
make?
fuck?
Absolutely not. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
Once
This
again,
guy
we
thinks he's
dive into
fucking
the world of
God, bro.
prostitution.
This time
God
in
to
Phoenix,
these
Arizona. This story
these
takes place on
females.
the Blade, the term used for the street where women can be seen walking at night looking for customers. The business of sex is a complicated one. Usually what you find is vulnerable women being controlled and manipulated by a devious pimp, who oftentimes himself grew up in a rough environment where he saw prostitution from a young age. For a young man growing up in poverty, the allure
See, but
of
the
being...
thing I don't understand about prostitution is, bro, females that are in prostitution and y'all have a pimp, bro, why the fuck do y'all feel like y'all need a man to control y'all money? That's all a pimp does. He probably gets you a couple customers, but you yourself, if you look fuckable, you don't need a pimp to get you customers, let alone control your money, because he's gonna take 75%. And I've seen some cases where the pimp takes 100% of the fucking money.
a pimp is both...
And he just fucking buys the bitch shit she needs, like deodorant, fucking food, shit like that. But he keeps all the money. Hell no.
financial and status related. Monetarily, it's a great way to make...
If I'm what I'm trying to say is, if I'm a girl and I'm fucking slaying a leg at the corner, I'm getting 100% of the penis that's going inside of me. Pause. I'm getting 100% of the money that the nigga's paying. If that makes any better sense.
fast money, and the profession of pimping has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars, women, and the latest fashion. Phoenix has long been a hotspot for prostitution and sex trafficking, two things that overlap. Recently, there have been major busts, including one operation that arrested over 300 people in early 2023. While most of the mainstream media believes talking to some local vaguely related to the story in a corporate setting of an office is the way to deliver news, I believe the best way to get to the bottom of the story is to go boots on the ground and get it straight from the source. Today, we do just that. Our story begins by interviewing a pimp, and as the story goes on, we find ourselves in a motel room with a prostitute getting ready for work and her pimp in the room as well. It's time to hit the blade.
Oh no. They got hot Cheeto girls, fucking prostitutes, and Takis.
So it's 5 p.m. on a Tuesday night. This is the first impression of the Blade. We're going to show you what we see. Just think that this is somebody's reality, that 6-7 days a week. This is how they feed themselves, feed their kids. Like, could you imagine a mom being out here? Mom's going to go out and work tonight. She'll be back in the morning. That's a crazy reality to me. They say this is the world's oldest profession, and I wonder if America's making the right calls in how we're handling prostitution. Would it not be safer to have brothels? Would it not be safer for the women, for the STD?
Isn't a brothel like a legal prostitution? Like, it's like a hotel where there's females you could just pay them to have intercourse with.
You cut out the pimps, which to me are the guys you gotta cut out of this game. Tell the people where we are.
What are you showing? Alright. This video is not about drugs or anything. What the fuck were they showing?
Tell the people where we are right now.
Shit, right now we on 27th Avenue Indian School. That's the Blade, but really that's the start of the Blade, but you feel me? We just gonna say that's the Blade.
And what's the Blade?
You gonna come down here, you gonna see some fat hoes, small hoes, anything, pigeon toes.
You got any shape and size, any color.
To me, it's mind-blowing that a man can convince a team of women
in the comments, realistically, this is probably one of the last times I'm gonna pause because I'm really interested, but what percent of the females do you think have an STD or HIV or just an infection in general? Because I don't know what you call the overall. AIDS?
work for them, to be on the street,
I really
to
don't
put their
know.
body at risk, and then
I
collect
haven't
the
had
money
sex
for that?
education since like
How do you manage to do
middle
that?
school.
Well, we're not convincing to do anything. They seeing that we provide them a higher lifestyle for them. You feel me? Some
Why you
females,
got
they gonna be
gloves
able to
on,
go to
gang?
college. Some females, they ain't gonna never be
Yo.
shit. They need to run into a nigga like me or a nigga like us. Anybody
Fuck
on
you be
our
doing with
lifestyle that's gonna actually elevate them and be able to give them what they need. Be able to, feel me, put them in their car, put them in the house. A lot of people, they gonna be in their mama house the rest of their life. They gonna never be nowhere. 4 kids, 5 kids, but you feel me? Turn around.
I'm in my mama house right now. That don't mean shit, bro. You don't determine my future. You don't determine what I could become in fucking life. You're pimping hoes. Hey,
You see
he
that?
more up than me
Make
though.
this up.
He definitely more up than me though.
I almost want to roll the window down.
What advantage do the women have in teaming up with someone like you?
They by themselves, they liable to get broke. When you get broke, you a renegade, you out here by yourself, you ain't got nobody to protect you or help you. Anybody can do anything to you.
Hey,
they know you got a purse
realistically-
full of money, they know you ain't giving it to nobody, so it's on you.
Think
you need
about it,
somebody
though.
to be
Think
able to
of-
watch
think-
your
think-
back,
think-
make sure you safe, make
Well,
sure you okay.
You gonna
make
need you gonna need paperwork. I said I'm fuck y'all. But realistically, let's say you wanna make a OnlyFans and you a nigga. And you not the most attractive guy. But you got a big bro, you know what you could do? Just go here. Pay a bitch $100 each video. Have it sign a fucking certain contract where I could post this. You gave me permission to post this. And now you got content with hella different bitches. You don't gotta show their face. Some of them may be chopped. Some of them may be missing a couple teeth. But that don't mean anything. Content is content nowadays. Niggas just care about fat asses. Not me. But niggas.
sure you can eat, make sure you get home safe.
You kind of view yourself as the bank and the security guard of your women.
I'm
I gotta
everything.
think about it.
When
That's
they're
what
on the
keeps
street,
this
how
business
much of what
going.
they bring in goes to you?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. I mean everything. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
Straight in. It is what it is, man.
Do you think that's a
Happy
fair
about it.
arrangement that all their money goes to you?
100%. Because it's going back to them in the
What
long
I
time.
say,
Anything they need,
all
paid
the
for, it's
fucking
coming right
money,
out of my pocket. And that's
all the
everything.
money that
What
they
kind of things do you
need.
buy them?
They might need a whip. They might need their rent paid. They might need a house. Their kids might need some clothes. Their kids might need some food. Their kids might need their daycare paid for. You never know what they might need, but whatever they need, that's why they give everything they got to Meek, and I'm gonna make sure everything okay.
Tell people what a
But then
bottom.
that means at the end of the day,
That's
they don't got
To
shit.
rely on, like if all the go, they leave, anything gonna you can't trust no to stay, but your bottom you can trust that one. That one ain't gonna never leave.
Did you say off?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you off on a nigga, that mean like you could be with another nigga, anything. It's really just anything to not to somebody liking. You feel me? Where it's like, all right, you stop with me, but you ain't just stop with me and keep it solid and letting a nigga know what it is. You feel me? You
What?
off on me. You did something unrespectable.
And look, just out here she comes back again.
Yo,
How can
she
someone get
is
away with that? That
showing.
looks like so obvious what's going on.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just walking on the phone. You feel me? I ain't see no crime.
Is this something that Phoenix police are trying to bust, or that you have to worry about police?
You for sure gotta worry about police. We go 2 minutes up the street, you gonna see hella police, but like, ain't nobody doing shit. They don't see nothing going on, you feel me? Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
How do you view women?
How much money you think he's pulling a year? Let's pocket watch real quick. I don't know that brand hat. It looked like credit card numbers. So it looked like probably one of his homeboys' brands. That shit probably like $15, $20. If those is Cartiers, they're plain. So the most they could go for is like 2 bands. Boom. The ski mask, that shit ain't even branded. When it come to find out, that's fucking Tommy G shit. Like $20. Boom.
I
No
love
chain,
women.
no-
For real, I love everything
no
about women.
watch.
You feel me? I don't even like being around niggas.
Just a couple bands on your.
Niggas, I only like being
Man.
around women. You feel me? Nigga ain't gonna keep me paid. Gonna keep me paid. You feel me?
How would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now in
Really?
Vegas on my mama.
How'd you find your way into this?
Shit, bro. When I was like 18 years old, I was with this little bitch, or really an older bitch but whole time she was a hoe. I didn't even know she was a hoe. She just always had dough. You feel me? She'd pay for little shit that I had going on, and it came to a point to where she started kind of like, you know, I'm gonna teach you the game. She wanted to see me get paid. You feel
So
me?
an older woman taught you the game.
For
Tight
sure.
shit.
What's the relationship you have with your mom?
I talk to my moms every day.
Does she know what you're up to?
Yeah, she know what I do.
What does she think about it?
She don't like it, but she gotta respect me. I gotta take care of myself. She see
Man,
I'm taking care of myself. She see I'm taking.
you managing all these females' lives and you over here counting ones, gang.
Care of others, you think?
Where do you see
I don't know
yourself
about
on
y'all,
the
but
balance of
bro.
good and evil?
Straight good. Ain't no evil in me, you feel me?
Mhm.
Everything I'm doing is out the kindness of my heart.
I'm not saying I would be the types to go pay for some fucking head, but at least if I were to go pay for some head, bro, I'm not gonna go pay with ones. I'm not paying with fives. Them bills gonna be complete. Cause why the fuck? I mean, she the bottom of the barrel. She the bottom of the bottom either way, but still, it's like damn.
I'm trying to make sure everybody that is part of me, I play my part and we smooth.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not.
What happens if one of your girls comes back and doesn't bring $1 home?
She wouldn't even come back, I ain't gonna lie. She know better than to come back if she ain't got no bread. Cause it's like, for what? What you here for? Like, you know?
What's the most a woman has brought back in a night?
Usually a quota is about a band, but you feel me? I done had to bring in like 35 bands in the night before.
Is there a particular day of the week that's the hottest?
$3,500 or $4,000 in one night. How many fucking That's too much math to calculate, bro. Let's say each little happy ending like $80 to $100, 4,000. She did 40 of those. Holy shit.
Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday morning.
Is it a dangerous job?
For me, I know how to play the game right, you feel me? I ain't never in my life been in no danger playing this, but I done heard some stories, but that's about it.
Is it dangerous for the women?
Yeah, I say it's dangerous for them at all times. If they not protecting themselves, they not making sure that they safe at all times, they not doing their perfect screening. When I mean perfect screen, I mean perfect screening. Cause any little flaw could really have you jammed up.
What makes a good John?
He gonna have to pay, and he gonna have to keep paying and keep paying and keep paying.
One thing we've heard in Chicago and Los Angeles from both the pimps and the prostitutes out there is they don't have black customers.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
As African American.
No African American
Yeah,
customers?
no African American.
Why?
And why is that?
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They usually too aggressive. They want too much. They not paying enough. It's almost like
He's saying African Americans is cheap. Damn.
a safety hazard.
Hey, bro, it's crazy that in an industry like this, they still have like boundaries of who they gonna let and who they not. That's crazy. They willing to lose a little bit of money because they don't want to risk it with that certain person. That's crazy.
No, just making sure you're checking
Yeah.
the surroundings. Okay, we're gonna keep going on the blade. Maybe we'll see you a little later tonight, but thank you for sharing your story, and I wish you the best, okay? So we're gonna hit the blade. We're gonna pick up some chicks.
Without having any good street connections that can get me into the rooms with pimps and prostitutes, I decided to try my luck by driving around and trying to pay women for a conversation. This made me feel nervous, uncomfortable, and I struck out more than
Yo,
an
the
eighth
women
grade
probably
boy
thinking
could
they about to
dance.
be in bang
Apparently,
bus
an
or some
Arizona
shit.
YouTuber went around harassing these ladies before,
Oh,
so they were not
no.
too keen for an interview, understandably.
I always feel like such a fucking slimy bastard when we're doing this. It just feels so weird and wrong.
When I visit tough places, I always look for people that are thriving despite the environment. We found a boxing gym, so I figured I'd talk to a coach and hear his mentality and how he steers youth in the right direction.
We're at a boxing gym right now. As you can tell, kids are working out, they're jump roping, they're getting a sweat. And we're with the coach. What's your name, sir?
Rafael Valenzuela. Nice to meet
Okay, nice to meet you, coach. ¿Qué es el impacto de la prostitution en la área?
you. Los niños no se enfocan en eso, ni siquiera voltean a ver a ellos. Ellos vienen y trabajan aquí en el gimnasio, llegan, se van a su casa. No andan en las calles, es diferente para ellos. Acá se van a correr a veces y pues, estamos cuidándolos de que no haya gente que los
Why am I
moleste.
reading the
Piensa
subtitles
que
as
un
if I don't
gimnasio
understand
como
Spanish?
esto es muy importante para la comunidad.
Oh, sí es bien importante porque, como te digo, los enseñas a pelear, pero también les formas disciplina. Cuando ellos crezcan, vayan formándose bien, ya sea para un trabajo, para estudiar, lo que sea, les forma su disciplina para ser alguien en la vida.
Piensa que
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, you know, you know when you could tell in English when somebody is like speaking and they really mean it or they really don't? I could tell that with the Spanish language, like he really mean what he's saying.
La policía necesita ser más fuerte allí, o de qué es la solución para esto?
Pues ahorita yo pienso que con todo esto que está de las drogas que están saliendo, que ya ves que hay tantas personas que están envueltas en drogas, también es duro para la policía mantener todo esto pues controlado, porque hay un policía o dos y hay como 100 o 200 gentes en la calle haciendo sus cosas, entonces es duro para la policía. Yo pienso que ellos están trabajando en eso, pero sí deben de estar un poquito más enfocados en eso también.
Muchas gracias. ¿Qué tú haces para los niños
No,
y la
muchos.
comunidad? So, muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
There apparently was a YouTuber that
Not with
was
a O,
harassing prostitutes, and so that's making it not very easy for us to try and talk to women. We're gonna hop out on foot and see if we can just get people's stories or perspective of the area.
Yo.
So it looks like somebody's getting just got a customer and they're going to a motel.
Yeah, my boy had a long day. He about to get a... He with two of them?
It feels like we're in another world right now.
Bro, I could have sworn I
This guy's
seen
kinda
him with
geeking.
2 females. I see 2... Nah, I'm tripping.
It feels like we're in another world right now. This guy's kind of geeking out right now.
Feeling like I was about to fold my cards, as a last-ditch effort, I decided to go to a motel
Do y'all really
lobby
think
and
he
see
was
who I
like
could
riding
meet.
on
After
that
standing in
skateboard,
line
just
for a few
dozing off at
minutes,
the
my
sky?
luck changed when a lady named Roxy
I
got in
highly
line
doubt
behind
that.
me. Here's what happened.
Is it normally this slow here? What is it like night to night around here? Does it get hectic?
Sometimes it does. Mainly you have like all the smokers that smoke blues hanging out around here. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, you know, like people fighting and want to shoot each other.
Over
you know.
drugs or over like the
It's
pimping?
mainly over. It's not even got nothing to do with the pimping no more. It's all got to do with the pills, like the fentanyl. Like it's not their area to take over.
As far as Phoenix goes, this is the hotbed for pimps and prostitutes,
Yeah.
Unquestionably, right?
Yeah.
So one question I have is, do you think it should be legal? Should we have brothels where you can legally go, do your business, it's a little safer for the women?
To me, it's a job for them. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
feel like yeah, have a brothel, bro. Cause being in the street and some shit were to go down, ain't no type of legal repercussion that the cops could do. But if you're at a business, you could pursue it legally.
It's just like strippers. It
I'm
should
acting
be
slow
legal
right now.
for them to do it. Somewhere to go safe, you know, instead of just walking the blade and then people picking them up and then somebody, you know, hurting them or killing them or something like that.
Have you ever heard of a bad story happening to a woman on the
Man,
street?
I've heard of a lot. I've seen a lot of females get in a car and end up in the back of an alley, gutted up, cut up. I've seen a girl that was on the blade on Northern.
That's what I'm
27th,
saying. Like,
and
if you
they
was at
found
a
her body in
brothel,
the back of an alley,
that wouldn't
just
be
laying on
happening.
an empty
'Cause
bed,
everything
no
would be
clothes on,
documented, I guess.
stabbed up.
How do you view the pimp in this? Is he a helpful person? Is he a parasite? Is he a bad guy?
I don't think these women need pimps. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you need a pimp when you're trying to work for the money for yourself?
That's
Some
what
of these
I'm
women are
saying.
vulnerable, you know?
What percent of the rooms here you think are dedicated to prostitution?
Travelers in. That's
True.
across the street. And over there, they can bring as many people as they want. Just the other day, I seen these 2 girls bring a trick over there, and I don't know what they were trying to do, rob them or what, but he busted out their window, and then he left, and then they left. It was crazy. I was like, wow.
It seems like a dangerous world to be in.
Yeah, especially too for the tricks too, you know, 'cause they never know what's behind them doors, or they never know what's gonna happen. They can get set up. Somebody
Bro,
could
that's
be
crazy
waiting for
that
them to
you
rob
could
them
even
and
be the
stuff.
person
And
just
most of these
trying to give
females
them
are doing
money.
it for
They
the
end up being
fentanyl,
getting
and that's
robbed.
crazy.
Does the pimp get the
Either
woman
way,
hooked on
like, bro, I was
fentanyl?
gonna
That
give you
part
the
of
money
it?
regardless.
No, I think that they get themselves hooked on it. Some pimps, if you follow the girl, they'll come right up on you and tell you, hey, well, what are you doing bothering my girl and this and that, and he'll point a gun at you and all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
Have you ever met a pimp that you think is a good guy?
I know quite a few pimps. They're all right. Yeah, you see a lot of ambulance. Just earlier today, they had the helicopters and like 10, 15 squad cars. I guess they were on high speed chase from here.
The motel managers, do you think they 100% know what goes on?
course they do. Some of them are with it, and some of them ain't with it.
I guess in some ways I get it. Like, what are they gonna do? Say, no, I don't want to feed my family. Like, that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes, yes.
And
That's what this whole situation is. Like the homeless, the prostitution, the drug addicts. Everybody's trying to survive out here. You know, this world is hard. You know.
do you have anyone waiting on you right
Yeah,
now?
I have them waiting on
And then
me.
they call, oh, the truck.
No, no.
Do your thing first, and we can talk
Yeah,
after.
they're pushing a shopping cart, so they have all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like this, they're hot spots, and there's cities, major cities all around the country that someone's day-to-day life, the way they put food on the table is to
booming.
tell their body. But
And I
you let
bet
me know
you
in the
the room's
comments,
dirty as
should it be
hell.
legal? Would it be safer,
from out
better,
of
cleaner
town
if it
going
was
to some
legal?
shit like this,
Or hey,
good
no,
luck.
that's a line we shouldn't cross as
Oh,
a
you walk out with
society.
a
You guys
disease
let me know what you think. And one thing that's a little spooky about doing this is you never know how close a pimp is keeping an eye on you. Some car with tinted windows. I mean, we just saw pimps with crazy guns in the car. I
Oh, it
think
was
if
a
you're not
gun.
bothering someone, they're not gonna bother you. We're gonna wait for this girl and see what she brings us to.
Find these, they find like people already broken in the room.
It ain't even that dirty, to be honest.
Like, see how the bed's all like moved aside?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you can move the furniture out, and it's like dirty under there. Sometimes
Oh,
they don't
never
clean the
mind.
room right. I stayed in that one over there today, and that room over there, I killed like 2 big roaches in that room.
Ew.
The bed, it was dirty. Comforts didn't look clean. They had like little thin pillows. It's just crazy. People been getting shot over here. Right now, it's mainly over the fentanyl. El Chapo Guzman put a stop to fentanyl for the blues to come here. A lot to do with cartel, you know. I just got out of prison for sales of drugs. Like, I used
What you
to
was
sell a lot of
selling?
drugs. That's why a lot of people know me around here. After this car accident and everything, I stopped. Like, I just had to quit, you know. Like, I had to get my shit together.
What you was
I'm
selling?
waiting for my settlement to come through, and then
From the insurance company.
yeah, Hemp wants somebody that's gonna work. The rooms he pays for, food he's paid for, the clothes he's paid for. She has to work that off.
When they have sex with tricks, what % of them you think wear condoms?
I don't even think they do. This is the dangerous
Ew.
How much does this room cost tonight?
These women don't care about their bodies?
$63.
For a sketchy motel, 84 seems pretty high.
It is high. Let me talk to them and find out if they're comfortable with it. If they,
Can I give you my number?
yeah, so that way they won't be all sketchy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm in room 176, right next to the laundry room. They're coming.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit then.
Hey, Tommy G, bro. There's something about him, bro. He could talk to people, and people will open up to him.
Like, think about this.
I don't
Pick it
know
up,
if it's
you-
the money behind
Back
the
in
camera,
day,
but
you had to meet someone in a sketchy cul-de-sac or an alley. Dealer would drive up, you're nervous, the cops are gonna pull up. And now they have dispensaries. You walk in calmly, you get what you want, you walk out. Everyone's happy and no one gets hurt. I think it's pretty similar with prostitution.
To see what a future could look like if sex work was legalized, let's look at 2 different case studies
I've
that
seen
are out
that
there.
video
In Nevada,
before
the only
of that
place in the
guy.
United States where it's legal, the results have been encouraging. Sex workers report a great reduction in violence, better relationships with police, and like the legalization of marijuana, the counties that have legalized it are enjoying increased tax revenue and tourism dollars that it brings to their area. In the Netherlands, they decided to legalize prostitution in specific districts that they call
The
tipple
fuck?
zones. Cities that have implemented these zones saw a 30 to 40% decrease in incidents of sexual abuse and rape. A study I found from Yale estimates that major cities spend around $7.5 million every year enforcing prostitution laws, and something I thought of is that money could instead be invested to fighting crimes like shootings and theft, things that are a little bit more major. What do you think?
I think they're using that to block it.
Have you ever seen a motel that is this secure? Like, as far as how to get in?
that shit probably been shot up a couple
Travelers
times.
Inn's pre-locked down. We're at Miguel. Throw the drone up, see what we can find. There's some weird stuff going on around here. Hey, Roxy.
Hey, they just got in the door. They said give them a few minutes.
Are they down?
Yeah, they're down the top, so they give them a few minutes because they just got in the door.
10 minutes? Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Out in the open. There's someone right there.
It's a hope.
Thanks. How are you?
Oh no.
So, I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to pay people for interviews.
Oh, no, I'm good, love. Thank you.
No? We just have to make sure we're not
You
walking
was gonna
into
get
a
some
setup.
free money for like a 10-minute talk.
Yeah, that could be a setup too. I think
Easy
we should
money.
make that.
You rather than, you feel me?
How you doing? Good, good, good. I can hop out. You want to meet me at the gate? Here, I'm gonna come out right now so you can see me. These are my guys. What's going on? Nice to meet you. How long do you plan on going out for? You're gonna go for 24 hours straight?
Probably, that's my goal.
That sounds exhausting.
Not my first time. Probably won't be my last.
So what goes through your head when you get ready to go out there?
Just trying to stay positive.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a story of an experience that might give people an idea of how hectic it can get out there?
I mean, it could get pretty dangerous. I had this one client who didn't want to always make them pay me first, and then I'll do the service or whatever. He try to take the money back from me and shit. I have brothers and shit that I call and they handle the situation.
So you have some guys that if you need backup, you can.
Yeah, not everybody has that, you know. I didn't have that at first.
Is there anything you can tell about your clients or customers
A lot of them are still married and literally cheating on their wives, and that's crazy as fuck to me.
What percent
But you
of your
be
clients
helping
do you think are
them.
married?
Probably over half of them.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
What percent of clients are wearing rubbers and what aren't?
Oh, I don't do anything without a rubber, so.
It seems like it would be pretty risky to do it without a rubber.
Yeah. I mean,
Some people do it, but they just said
I
that
know a
some
couple
people
girls
do it without rubber.
that do anything for $1.
Can you tell me more about your story or how you got into this?
I'll be 23 next month, and I've been doing this since 17.
What happened when you were 17 that you said,
You've been doing this shit for 6 years.
hey, this is what I want to do?
Well, I mean, my mom I'm from Indiana actually. My mom moved us back out here to Arizona, and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have a car, we didn't have shit. And then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
Yep.
Where
Oh,
did she
mother,
go?
bro.
She moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Yeah.
Harris, is there anything you think would be important to tell people back home that might not know anything about this world?
Don't be so judgmental towards people. I'm a peacemaker. I love peace. You don't know what the next person's going through, really.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Honestly.
You right about that, but I feel like there's just better ways to approach such situations. You don't gotta throw yourself so deep in the barrel. You feel me? Could have been a stripper.
I don't know, but hopefully not too much longer.
We've done a similar piece in Chicago and Los Angeles, and one thing we've heard from both pimps and prostitutes in both those areas is they don't do black customers.
Okay, I don't do black customers either.
Too risky?
Yeah.
What percent of women out here you think
Damn,
have
nobody
pimps?
wanna
I
let y'all
think
go.
Back then,
It
when I
must
first-
suck. It must suck if you just want a quickie and you black and every prostitute denies you and you just show them the money. That's crazy.
Started working versus now, it's a lot of renegades now. Versus when I first started working, it's a lot of pimps and hoes.
And do you think pimps are helpful, or do you think they're hurtful to the business model?
As long as they're not a gorilla pimp, then they can be very.
What is a
Do you
gorilla
kind of need a
pimp?
pimp to survive in some ways?
Yeah.
Is the game plan basically to find customers and bring them back here?
I do car dates.
Is that the most common way of doing it?
Nah, what is a gorilla pimp?
Are there any weird fetishes that you come across?
I didn't know people really like stuff like that.
For any family,
At play, poop.
Ew, then boy wanted to poop on you.
for any family or friends that might be out there wondering how you're doing, is there anything you would like to say to them?
I'm good. I'm alive. Shit, they can hit my line. But I do have a son, and I do see myself being more active in his life.
When he's not with you, who does he stay with?
My baby daddy's mom.
Okay, that's good. You in the game or formerly in the game?
I'll never leave the game.
How young were you when you got into this game?
9.
9? Who got you into this game at 9?
Just watching. Born in Los Angeles, California.
Did you grow up on Figueroa?
Yeah, I know about Figueroa.
Did you have any family members on the Blade?
Cousins, females.
Did they teach you the game?
Rose of
How old are
blood.
you now?
34.
Now that you're older, more mature, is that kind of wild to think like that you were that young and put in
Yo,
those type
bro
of
was doing this
situations?
shit for like 25 years.
It actually does.
So I
24,
hear all the
some shit like
time, pimps take 100% of the money. That to me sounds absolutely crazy. What's your take on that?
She only gonna do what you let her do to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever she go for, that's what it's gonna be. I mean, there is some that do that. There are some that run their program a little differently, you know?
So if people think, man, a pimp is just a parasite, do you agree with that, or do you think or do you disagree with that?
It can be, but see, you got motherfuckers out there giving pimp a bad name.
Is pimping a lucrative business?
Very.
What's the most you think you ever made in a month?
30.
It's like an investment banker's income.
30 bands? I don't even want to imagine how many things they had to do. What the heck?
It's not bad, huh? Do you ever feel bad for some of the prostitutes out there?
Actually, I do. That's what made me stop. A lot of these girls were raised wrong. They weren't loved how they were supposed to be.
At least you have some
realize,
empathy.
Like, the life comes out of that. You know,
Empathy.
the whole baby comes out of that. That's crazy. Like, pussy is the root of all evil. It's what make the world go round. This is the best thing on earth. It'll make anybody do anything.
Have you ever had to hunt down a trick and collect money?
Yes.
A lot? On the scales of good and evil, where do you see yourself?
I see myself good.
What percentage of women out there do you think have been sexually abused or abused as a kid?
A lot.
What percent of pimps out there do you think have been abused as a kid?
See, that's what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimping, freak body pimping.
What is a freak body pimp?
These dudes out here that don't care. They'll pimp a tranny, they'll pimp a gay dude, they'll...
Yo, what the hell?
Like, this shit is illegal, flag on the motherfucking plane. But I guess if
Bro,
it make you money,
pimping a
hey,
tranny
I ain't
is
gonna be selling no
crazy.
boy pussy. That's out of pocket.
Have you ever been in danger doing this job?
Every day I'm in danger. 144 years.
A pimp got 144 years?
You know, another one that got 422 years.
From Arizona? 420 years?
After Steve mentioned that he knew of pimps that got 144 year, 420 year
years?
sentences, I was curious to know the legal ramifications for each of the characters in the story: pimps, prostitutes, and johns. And it turns out it depends on the state, but let's take California for example. For a first-time offender, if someone pimping an adult, they typically get a sentence of 3 to 6 years. But a really bad pimp who's involved in sex trafficking and more may get a few decades in prison, like this
Yeah, that is
Milwaukee
sex
pimp did
trafficking,
recently.
if you
For the
really
women
think
caught
about it.
soliciting sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily punish her. Because of this, prostitution is typically a misdemeanor.
I don't know. In
and
my
it-
eyes, I always thought that sex trafficking, like you trafficking females, not willingly, from one state to the other. That's what I thought sex trafficking was, or from one place to the other. And then
Instead, women are steered
these
towards
women's are
programs of
willingly doing it,
probation,
right?
mandatory AIDS testing, and community service. And now for the Johns. Let's take Illinois, for example. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart noticed a discrepancy in the Department of Justice statistics. In 2010, 43,000 women were arrested for prostitution and only 19,000 Johns were arrested for soliciting it. He decided he wanted to go after the Johns soliciting sex and launched his National John Suppression Program. When the Johns are caught, they're given a ticket and a fine, and the money from their fine goes to support counseling and job programs for the Women's Justice Program, a program that supports the sex workers the police catch to steer them into a better future.
Imagine the mother.
I mean, yeah.
422 years in the Department of Corrections.
That's insane.
All because of a stinking ass bitch.
I learned a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
If you can get out of it, get out of it.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I get 420 years for being a pimp, all the females that I was pimping better be putting money in my commissary, because ain't no way I just took this 420 years. And you still out there sling a leg, and I'm out here doing 420 years. I'm gonna have another 40 or 50 in this earth. And even in the afterlife, I still gotta serve 370 years. Nah, you wildin'.
Don't put anything in it. Don't expect shit out of it. Straight up.
Esto es $7,000. $7,000 es lo que gana un latino en promedio.
The families worry about them and think, every day that shit on these streets is going to be okay, but you never know. I mean, there's so many girls that came up.
There's a lot of girls that
dead,
are missing right
that
now.
are missing. They found girls that the tricks took them and raped them and left them in the alley. There's a girl
That's
that they
gotta
found
be
over here
crazy.
on Northern too, and they found her in a suitcase.
In a suitcase.
In a fucking suitcase chopped up.
That's the worst part about it. Like, they don't have
I ain't
to
gonna
walk
lie,
away.
bro. I don't wish
think
that
that's
on
the cheapest
nobody,
horn
for
you can
real.
ever do. Internet,
That's
cool.
crazy.
That's more.
Internet's the worst.
What? That gets dangerous
That
too.
is-
You can have somebody lying to you about who the fuck
They
they are.
yeah.
Cam it up. You can get through it, just cam it up.
They used to have where get on the internet and do just phone. You don't have to touch nobody, go see nobody. I think that's the safest way.
I feel like if it was that easy,
Because
then
that's what's
nobody
going on
would
right
be
now.
doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the number one.
Yeah,
thing.
bro, I ain't
What's
gonna
going on
lie. Females on IG these days, they be doing FaceTime calls, and people be buying it. like, in my eyes, why doesn't the female just not even call them? Just take the money.
These women are ruining themselves. Syphilis, gonorrhea. Like, these women are catching.
Ew, bro.
And by the grace of God.
These girls do take care of themselves, you know? You got some girls walking out here like, damn, like they look like high-class prostitutes, you know? Like, their shit don't stink.
What's the percentage of them that are not going to doctors, getting checkups, and it's high?
Stay at the doctors.
For those that do take care of themselves, kudos, respect to you. Handle your scandal. With the ones that ain't, you need to get it together.
That's their lack of love. They don't have that person to teach them that
Right,
shit.
that's what I'm talking about. Like the ones that don't try to take care of
And
themselves.
that's what the f is going on upstairs.
Are the ones that go out and have sex for like $20, $30. Girl, you're really cheap.
It's that cheap?
You know?
A baby come out of there, that shit is priceless. At the end of the night, they're gonna pay for
One
it.
pimp told me one time, because he wanted me to work for him, he told me, girl, you sitting on $1,000 right now. I'm like, what the f are you talking about?
It says men in the Bible, quote unquote, men were made from dirt. We came from dust, dirt, where we will return back to dust, dirt. Women were handcrafted. And then they say that we shall not lust. I can't help it. Shit, look what you made.
Do you guys think that sex work should be legal, that there should be brothels where women can work at?
Yes. I feel like it'd be a lot more safer.
Yes, it would. And most of these women wouldn't be getting killed out here. A majority of the killing that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Because this job involves
Wait,
women getting
what?
into cars or
Coming from killed out here. A majority of the killing that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Oh, I
because
thought you
this
said the
job
same
involves
thing
women
twice.
getting into cars or motel rooms with men they've never met, this profession carries a great deal of risk. Sex workers are some of the most common targets for killers. Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the profession and police forces overwhelmed by cases, the result is many of these killings go unsolved, and the predators out there are aware of this.
A lot of these women are also hoeing for their addiction, just to stay high.
How much has fentanyl changed the game in hoeing?
Oh man, fentanyl fucked that game up. By far the worst drug that ever hit American soil. I've been 18 months clean off of it, man. Let me tell you, by far that was the best feeling, the best choice I ever made in my life was to stop with that.
What can you say about the power of fentanyl?
It's terrible. I wish I was never introduced to it. I was smoking like 100 pills a day.
What percent of the women out there you think are addicted to drugs in some way?
2% don't do drugs.
I'd say a lot of them do it just to cope with what they're doing.
What we have to go through.
That'd be
Do you ever
wild.
enjoy yourself with a customer? Like, this is kind of a fun part of the job, or is it never fun?
Yeah, sometimes there's like good customers.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop for sex?
Hell yeah.
In your cop car?
Hell yeah. In uniform. Right here on the Bible. On my child's life.
Are they good customers?
Yeah, cops be be having some long days,
Do you
huh?
like cop customers?
No.
Why not?
They can switch up at any moment. You never know.
This girl told me too.
That's true, bro.
cop.
Cause a cop could just tell you, yo, hop in the car. I want something. Put you in handcuffs. Like, yeah, I just called you. Damn.
Her regular, she would go attend to him, and when she told him she didn't want to do that no more,
He gets upset and now you want to change the rules and
he
be a
in
little
jail.
f***ing bitch.
he tried to put her in jail and stuff.
All right, guys. Well, stay safe. Okay.
All right,
Have a good night.
you
Okay.
guys stay safe out there.
All right, folks. That's been an inside look into this world of pimping, prostitution, the people behind it, the stories behind it, and I hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. The mission
I
of this
did.
channel is always to bring you the rawest and the real shit of what actually goes down here on planet Earth. Mainstream media is never going to show you this, but I will. And a shirt that we've launched, don't believe the lies. Support the channel, get it on the...
Hey, y'all already know, bro. I'll see y'all in the next one. This shit is crazy. Personally, I feel like they should have a legal place where they could do their stuff, so less things like this can happen. You feel me?